Hello everyone, it's really good to be here to another Build a Clock. I hope you have been enjoying these events and listening to what I have been building with no code and also getting inspired to build your own products. Today we are going to talk about filtering the job posts. What we saw last time was really on the Build a Clock tree was about filtering the events. We did some search on mobbing here, and I have started to play with the events. We did the country one, and I could not keep myself from building it. So the state we have today in the app that we are going to see here on the right side, it is this one. You can see I have added a filtering page, which has also a banner. I'm skipping here, continue as guest. And once you choose the filters, like here you have the filter in gray. When you click and choose a filter, let's say I want it full-time and I want to filter, you see the results are filtering. So here it's contract just turned to full-time. And how I built that, since we didn't see it, I just want to show you. I created here on these pills a bunch of input state sets. And I set the variables for job as a full-time, internship, and apprenticeship. I called it job now. You see, job now can accept multiples valuables. So these three in this case. And then I was setting the variable to these 3 points. The second one was to do the same for the work type. So I created a variable called work now that would be the filtering position you chose, and one with input. So let me click again here on the filter. This input we started together, and then we can just confirm it. You change the name of the country, and once you filter, you see just jobs in the United States. So another detail I have added, remember this was gray, now it's red when it has filter applied. And when you come back to the filter page, you see the red around the things you have chose. So right now it is not working on, there is no way for us to set the state, for example, as empty. That would be removing all the variables. You see that it did not do anything right now. Actually, it did remove the countries, but not the job type. So I also have to do that for the pills. That will be a remove state. For the all countries, that was easy because then I have a value that it means empty. But in here for the pills or for the buttons, I don't have an empty state. I just have that what is selected, right? So I need to find a solution for that too. And I don't know if you do that, but what I plan to do with you today, it is more of an easy session. That would be, for example, when we search for something, let's say I want full-time and I want it remote. Let's see how many results we have. So when I do that, I see here full-time and remote in South America, United States, Brazil, Canada. I don't see France in the list. So what I want is, let's say I use search in France. So let me get France here. What I want to create now is that once there are no jobs with those filters, to show an empty state, saying, okay, there is nothing that matches your job search. And this filter can later on just add what were your filters, but if you can click on it, you also see it, right? So full-time, remote, and France. But I want to create an empty state for that. Then I also want to change the design a little bit for when filters are applied. I was also thinking about changing the positioning from the filter to be closer to the list. Have these remove filters, all filters, and maybe add the remove filters and the filters applied to the main page as well, instead of just having to have a click on this button to see it. What do you think? Just let me know in the comments, or also if you are watching this record, just let me know there. What do you think about it, or what would be your approach to it? So let's start with the empty state. We already have it there on the side. So what we need to create is something here on this page that would simply apply, right? What when there is nothing in the page. So I would say I would just create a new group here, for example, another container, and make a message. Before we do that, let's check some examples. So I like to go to mobbing. You can go to anywhere, but let's search here for empty state and get some examples. So for example, here in account, there is no money and it's just open. Here in ChatGPT, you just have the icon and some suggestions. You also have the invitation to start something. There are many ways to do that. You go to Open Doors to also check how Florian does that. So if we go full-time, remote, and France, because that was our search, this works exactly the same way as in the website, as in the app. You see we have no matches. And he has this empty state. Nothing matches to your search. Try a different search or consider other filters. Let's just get this as a good example. I just print screen and add to our file as inspiration here, and come to this page and change it. So nothing matches in your search. Try a different, so this would be more like of a gray. Try a different search term or consider other filters. So we don't need this item, we don't need a plus. We could also have an easy access to the filter, right? I could just add the filter icon here. Okay, I don't know why it moved to. Okay, let's get. Okay, so I have one with the background. Okay, let's get this and put it on the center too. So nothing matches your search. This I will change it to black, or it could be something else too. The other thing I have been using in this app is doodles. It's actually open doodles. We could also find an illustration that would be quite fun here. Let's see if there is something. This one for the box actually feels interesting, and I think I am also using that at the App Store for jobs. Let's just see it here. You see, for jobs, I'm using exactly this. So I think you also add this doodle there. I think this one would be better than the filter one. So now I will save this one in my downloads, open this, and adding it in green, that is the supposed color to be in jobs in the UX UI Hub. So it is quite a nice drawing. I really enjoy it. I think we can get the green very easily here. And we could put the filter symbol on the side. Like this is all cosmetics, and we can change it later. So nothing matches your search. Try a different search or consider other filters. And we can also do this. So I don't need this line on the top. This has quite a big space for a box, so it would have a space from top and down. And here we can just do 0 between them. So now this box, or like this result, should just show once we don't have results, right? So I will add to this one, I will add a SVG tag. I am getting to the Figma plugin. If you don't know what this Figma plugin is, I recommend you to check the latest video on my YouTube channel. At least it's latest right now, but you can search it on the same group or on the same playlist. So I will just add SVG to it, because this is a SVG. I will put here illustration, and we have a title and we have a description. Okay, that's good. So it will appear right now. Let's go to Bravo, enter my app, refresh it. Once we refresh, we are supposed to see it here too. So let's go to the job listing or job posts. You see here in this page already the listings. Yes. And if we go to jobs right now, it won't get it. Okay, I just removed the filter from the top on my Figma file here. For some reason it vanished. Let's see again and refresh it here. Yeah, now it's back, and right now it is showing exactly after the list. So you see we have here a little problem with the line. We should make it a little bit bigger for the text to flow, and save and refresh and get from it. You also change the name for us to know. So this here is the empty state, refresh, and combine this with a variable. I created a variable here. You can see that once there is a country or job full-time and so on, you have here filter active true. You have other variables as well. Let's just remove one just for you to see. It's still going like a country active. It's filtered now. It's false. So if I remove the country, it's false too. So the filtered now should be showing when there are results or not. So in this case, it's saying there is no results, and should filter active is true, and here filter active is false. Let's do the France one just to see what changes. France, full-time and remote, right? So filtered now it's true, and filter active is true. For some reason my empty state is not showing off, so I think I did not upload it correctly. Let's do it then. Okay, I use filtered now because I want to play with this script. Just filtered now it's true or false. We will see the countries or not. So I will use my variable filtered now just to display this one. Okay, so I'm getting the UX UI hub, I'm getting the job filtering, and I'm getting filtered, just sending it. Now we have filtered now false, and that's it. So I will see this variable here, filtered now, if we are getting it. Filtered. It's called empty items. So empty items. It's not. Okay, so I don't want a list. I'm sorry for that. I want to make it visible when the list is empty, right? So UX UI hub. So here is jobs, job filtering, and empty state, empty items. So once this is true, should be visible. Once this is false, should be invisible. Now I will refresh here, and we will do France again. So France, confirm. If we filter, it is having some results and it's not showing or nothing matches your search. But if now we say we want remote, none of them match, and then we have an empty state set. That's it for the empty state. I hope it was simple enough to understand. It's really just the variable state here. You make it visible once you get no results, and you make it hidden once you don't have it. So now let's change a little bit the visuals of it, because we have the search, the job posts, then we have this toggle here for job posts and job boards, and then we have the listing. And it feels very, very much not stressful, I would not say that, but really hard to combine the listing with the top. Wouldn't you agree that things there on top, and then you have a banner, then you have powered by open doors? I think it is just too much. So my idea here, it's simply to change the position of things. What do you think about that? I will add now the banner to the top as well, and I will grow this area. So I will grow this area until here, and this won't move at all. Then I will add the banner, or oops, add a banner like this one. You just duplicate and put it on top, and also add the open doors. So we have here the powered by, we have off it. I will just put it here, and I will make it invisible for the other two. So now in the top bar I have everything, but I still don't like the order, right? So I think it's much more interesting when things are a little bit clearer. I will put the top a banner, then I will add the search and the filterings to the bottom. Let's get all the filter, and also this line, and put it down. And now get the job posts and the job boards. I think this way it's much easier to understand. So now we can make maybe 12 in between, also here 12. Go with the filters up. These are just really visuals, so that's why it's so easy. You just need to define and decide what type of design you want and go for it. Nothing complicated. So now let's just remove this grid so that you can see it better. Okay, instead of the opposite, we will change here in job boards too, but right now it would look like this. We would have a banner on the top, then we have job posts, job boards, and we have the search exactly after, which makes it really simple to people to understand and get. Now we can also change this open by powered by open doors, for example, to the middle or even other place, but I think the middle it's good for now. What do you think about that? So this would be the new design. For me, it feels a little bit more comprehensive, since then you have this all very nearby. You have job posts, then you have the search, and then you start seeing the posts. We could also change the powered by open doors to the end, which would also make sense and would win us some space. So actually I will do that. I will make this smaller, get away with the line, and then start the post directly, right? And then we get the open doors after the list of jobs, and we can make that on centralized. I think would look very good. We could also add one of these lines just to say it finished the job post, and this was open by open doors. When the empty state appears, it should also appear before open doors, right? So I will add the empty state also before. Sometimes to move elements, it's easier to do an auto layout and remove it. So it would look like this. And now I can also add a line to the empty state, just so that people see it very similar to the top. So, okay, and centralize these two. It will look a bit similar like that, like this. And here I'm asking for opportunities for people to add some, so there were this list, no job posts yet. We could add these to our empty state instead of adding it here. So I will do that. And then we have one less element on the screen. All of these are really just ideas to improve the search. So now we need a little bit of hierarchy because we have the bottom one. I will just not do this in bold. Or maybe I will do it in bold, but it's smaller. Maybe 11 or even 10. Same bold would be better. And add a line between them. All of these details are really just details. I want to know from you, what type of details do you really enjoy seeing when you have an error, or like, for example, empty states are quite interesting thing to do, right? For your apps, it really improves everything. So now we have this page like this. and it's smaller again, so you move it like that and have it like 0. Okay. And even that I changed so much, you see that when I have refreshed it here, it will just be working because I did not change any functionality or removed anything from the app. I just simply organized the design of it. So now this page is about to be definitely changed from that to this. So let's go for it. And I would do the same for the job boards and change the areas too, because if not, that button won't match the experience when you click. You see what I mean by it in a moment when I do that. So we see now we have a banner on top. We have here job posts and job boards. We can do the search and we have the results, and nothing besides the powered by open doors you appear in this page anymore. So it's a little bit cleaner than before. Now if I click on search, let's try the France that we just fixed, full-time remote in France. So if I confirm and filter, probably is supposed to, yes, show now that there is no matches to your search. Try a different item, and you can also recommend and make a difference. We can change the design of it, make the icon a little bit bigger. And again, this is cosmetic, so I might do this later on, but functionality is there. But now when we change to job boards, the loading is the page is loading for the first time, so that's why you see the loading. But let's do it the second time. You see things are moving around because this is not matching the location anymore. So right now what I want to do is to do the same for the job boards as the end of this class today. So let's match the size. This is 311 right now, so I will do the same. I will also get the position here is 96, so I will just add the add here to the top. I will duplicate, put it here on the top and put it at 96. This element is on top to 108, so I will do the same with the search. Actually not the search, but the pills. So it is the boards. Let's go for it. Border and posts, so 208, and then the search is 261, search 261, and now we just need to remove the add container and this, put less space, and we will have the same structure too as the opposite, and we won't see that lacking right now anymore. So now I will just review, and that will be it for today. We changed empty state, we changed the order of things on filters, and I hope to be doing more in filters another time. But I would love to hear your feedback. If you are using the app, what is missing for you in this jobs part or job boards? What would you like to see there? Would you like to see any different feature in different filter? I really want to do the filtering on the same page too, just to make it simpler. So right now you see here the job boards you load for the first time, but now once we play it back, let's wait, we see the switch quite seamless. It might have a glitch because this banner, it's random and might not be the same. So every time you are loading it, it will come in a different, but you have the posts and the boards and everything is still works. So if I search here for France, you see the results also, or you can just define in your filters. How did you find it? Did you enjoy the session today? How was it for you? Anil, Tiny Hacker House. I really love the name you have there.
Hi, thanks so much, Carla. Yeah, I enjoyed watching your tutorials and seeing how you're using Figma and a lot of the tools and templates and resources that are out there, and not doing everything from scratch, and especially that you're not doing any code because yeah, I'm a designer too, and I love that. I wish that historically more development was done to encourage more designers and not more coders. And I think we're finally getting there. And so thanks for sharing this workshop. And yeah, I'm excited to, see how your app progresses. And I think the next iteration of it is like this conversational UI. That might be the next version of app, in the future. But these are things I'm exploring. But yeah, just overall, just really great. Something intuitive, something simple and practical, and people could use it. So, yeah, really excited for your good to continue see your next workshop.
Thank you, Anil. Like, are you building something too?
I have done apps in the past. I'm not currently working on one right now. But I have a website that I want to redesign and then make it more practical. And so, you know, uh, I guess the bottleneck that I run into is like I have a site, it's on Squarespace, and once you put all your content on there, it's really difficult to take it to own it in that sense. And so I'm trying to create my own version of my content management system that I could put my content in and own the data as well as the information. And so that's one of my next big projects.
Okay, and what, like, have you tried or are you thinking about making data inside a database like Airtable or Sano or Supabase and use it, or how are you managing that data right now?
Yeah, that's a good question. I haven't. I'm exploring tools. Airtable is something I haven't tried yet, but I really want to try using that. And I think there is a lot of modern backends in that sense. Like, I don't want to use a traditional database. I just want because it's content. It's just like pictures, text, links, and so. Anything that has tables that you could insert that into would be really a good solution. And I think Airtable might be one of them. But yeah, just still looking for tools and ways to do that. But yeah, open to any suggestions you have.
What is the limitation that you got on Squarespace that you think it's worth for you to leave it? Is it pricing? Is it just own the content and use it in diverse ways? Or what is exactly the problem?
Yeah, it's just owning the content, and it's a very static site. When I was looking at this other platform called Substack, and they do so much more with building your community on your content, around your content, and that's something that Squarespace doesn't really do really well. They just and Substack's free, I think, for the most part, and then as you grow your audience and your community, then you have different tiers, but I do like that about it. And that's one that I'm exploring. But then I think you get to monetize your content through there, which is, a better advantage, which is their model. But in terms of owning the content, I still don't know if if you try to get your content back off of there, like download all the files, I don't know if it will allow you to do that. So that's something I'm still
Yeah,
reviewing.
that's still hard to even in Substack. Like Substack is almost like a newsletter, right? Like so it's
Hmm.
more related to blog posts and so on. Like if you really want to build something for you, I would recommend, independent of the platform you use, start also creating it and adding it to your own database, even if it's a
Hmm.
Google spreadsheet.
Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't have to be really fancy. It just needs to be practical where people can find the information. And I could really, it's just a placeholder for me to know what time, what date, and the
Hmm.
activities that are going on
Hmm.
that I want to really track. So that's really the main reason for it. But yeah, I like that idea of just creating a database and putting it in there, and then linking back to any other platforms that are useful to that.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Annie, for staying here until the end. We have
Yeah.
a few seconds to go. I hope to see you in the next Build a Clock. and to
Awesome.
explore more features to come. If you have any ideas or any suggestions, just be free
Cool.
to let me know. Answer the
Okay.
email that you get from Luma, and
Okay.
hope to see you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Carla. Yeah, you too. Good luck, and I'll look forward to your next one.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
All right. You too. Take care.
Bye.